first, I want to preface this, preface, say, what's the word? How do you say it? Preface. Okay, before I start, I want to make a statement. I got Fallout New Vegas yesterday, and I haven't played it for really all that long. Probably, maybe like 10 hours, maybe. So this is just my initial, right out of the box, first thoughts here. This is not a review because I haven't played it nearly enough to really kind of get into it. 10 hours isn't really that much of a time to get into a game like this. But I normally don't do this, but when I feel very strongly about something, I like to come on here first and get it out of the way. And I want to compare this to an eventual review I do once I've gone through the game and beaten it and all that good stuff. So again, this is not a review. It's just my immediate thoughts on Fallout New Vegas. First, though, let me say, I don't know if all Toys R Us's do this, but I bought this game at Toys R Us, and they gave me a $10 gift card and this, a game manual for it. And as you can see, this thing is thick. It's huge, and it was free. I mean, I didn't buy the collector's edition or anything. I asked if they had it, but they didn't have it. So I just bought the normal game, and they gave me a $10 gift card and this huge, huge tome of a cheat book kind of dealy. So that's really cool. And on the back, it says this thing is $25. So yeah, very cool. I don't know if they do that at all Toys R Us or whatever, but hey, it's worth a shot. If you can go there, buy the game, get $10 gift card and that. So yeah, very cool, very cool. Off to a good start on Fallout New Vegas. The thing I was worried about most with this game when I started it was I loved Fallout 3. I thought it was great. The Fallout 1, Fallout 2, all really good games, and 3 was probably as good as you could hope for a major console release. They really did a great job, first of all, in totally redoing how the game was played from kind of a first-person shooter type view, as opposed to how it was in Fallout 1 and 2. Really great job. An excellent job with Fallout 3. So I was really looking forward to this. But when I saw some real early reviews on it from a few months ago, or not reviews, but people who saw it at like E3 or something, and even the commercials, I started to worry because pretty much it looks just like Fallout 3. Now, I'm of the mind that one of the big things that I look for in a new edition of a game, it's not Fallout 4, but it's kind of a sequel, I guess. One of the things that, to me, to warrant a $60 whole new game price tag, there's got to be a crap load of new content, and visually, I have to see an improvement. Otherwise, it's an expansion. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. And I think a lot of people, a lot of video game people will agree with me. And all in all, New Vegas, from the moment I started playing it to straight through, pretty much a lot of stuff I've seen before in Fallout 3 as far as the textures and terrains. Yeah, I know they have a dinosaur, and yeah, I know there's some new props and stuff like that, but a lot of old skins, a lot of reused parts from Fallout 3, and I really was disappointed in that. Even the people, even the faces, like for example, one of the first people you run into when you start the game is this girl named Sunny. And I swear she looks just like Riley from Riley's Rangers. It's like they took the same exact model and just threw different armor on her, and maybe her hair is like a little bit different. But yeah, stuff like that bothers me because they have I have what did they make? 4? I think they made 4 expansions for Fallout 3 on the Xbox, on the marketplace, and I have them all. And New Vegas, it feels like it. A lot of new stuff, as far as armor and things like that. which is cool. A lot of the new armor looks very nice. But at its core, I'm talking about just the way the basic game looks. I'm going to say 0 graphic improvement over 3. And I know that shouldn't matter. A game is way more than just graphics. I understand that. But now with downloadable content, to justify a new game, a whole new $60 purchase, to me, I feel you really have to give something better, something different, something noticeably different than what you gave before. And I don't see that with New Vegas. There are changes. It's not all the same. Armor works a bit different with the damage threshold instead of the resistance. Lots of new armor pieces, a lot of new weapons. Repair works a bit different now, where it's not in Fallout 3. Your repair skill determined how high you could repair a gun. Now it seems like there's no limit. You could have repair 5, but if you have enough copies of the gun, you can bring it to its maximum condition. So I don't know. Maybe repair just makes it last longer. I'm not really sure, but it works different. The faction system is new as far as the Xbox games go, but in Fallout 1 or in Fallout 2 specifically, especially in Fallout 2, if you did a lot of stuff for one faction, it would decrease your, like a group, an organization in the game. If you worked with one, it would piss off another faction, and that's back in in New Vegas. I'm going to do that a lot. I'm going to call New Vegas 3. And it's cool. It's very neat. I like that. If you go, let's say you get a gang member suit of armor on, and you walk into an NCR post or something, they'll start shooting at you because you're dressed like a gang member, and so forth. It's pretty neat. It's a neat little mechanic, but you can forget easily. And I've walked up to people and they've just started shooting at me, and I've kind of had to kill them and lose karma and stuff like that. But I guess you can always restart the game, but it slips your mind from time to time. I'm sure I'll get into the hang of it as I play the game more. So I'm not saying that New Vegas is just another Fallout 3 thing, because there are changes. You can make special ammo. They added some more things you can do as far as survival with mixing different flowers and herbs you pick up to make different foods and healing items and stuff like that. Cool stuff. A lot of new armors and things like that, like I said. But at its core, at its base, it looks the same. It looks like Fallout 3. Even I would have been happy even if they just would have addressed some minor issues, like posture, for example. In Fallout 3 and in Oblivion, which is another Bethesda game, everybody just like ridiculously straight posture, kind of weird looking faces when they talk. It doesn't look natural. Even when you run, you kind of float in air, and you just move very awkwardly. And in New Vegas, maybe it's just me, but it seems worse in New Vegas. Like when I pull the camera back and I see my guy running, he looks funny. He looks really, really funny. And Fallout 3 was 2 years ago. And I know that New Vegas has this much new stuff in it as far as quests and locations and all that stuff. So there's a lot to cram in, but you gotta do something of a kind of graphical tweak, and yes, the environment's different. Yes, the casinos and all that, the bombs didn't really hit, so it's more stuff is functional. But I don't know. It bears such a strong resemblance to 3 that it's really hard, I guess, to justify this just not being downloadable content, a huge downloadable content. I mean, there's a ton of, I'm not talking about the substance of the game. I'm talking about the way it looks and the way it feels. And again, to me, it's a big deal. I know a lot of people out there are like, oh, graphics, it doesn't matter. But it's all about presentation. Because Fallout 3, I thought, was excellent. It was so well done that really the only thing I'm looking for them to improve in a sequel is the presentation, is the graphics. To me, it's like, don't touch character creation, don't touch the way it works. I think it works fine. Some new weapons and stuff, some new stories, new locations and crap. Because there's so little to improve on. I guess it's like they did so well with 3, and The one thing I was really hoping they'd address in the next one, they didn't, which was how shit looks, how people look. And just seeing the same character models, I mean, there are some new ones, don't get me wrong, but to see a lot of the same stuff, it's sort of disheartening when you know, it just doesn't feel like a new game. So yeah. So, and that's, again, that's so far. I'm about probably 10 hours into it. You know, I like that they brought back a lot of old things from the other games before 3. NCR and the Rangers are focused primarily in the game from 2. The Nightkin from 1, and I'll tell you honestly, the first time I fought a Nightkin, it scared the shit out of me. Awesome. It was great. It was awesome. The radio station, they have a super mutant radio station, which is hilarious. It cracks me up. And the music is alright, but for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's just maybe it's me, but I feel like there's less songs this time around on the radio stations than before. It seems like they play that Ranger, the Ranger, the Big Iron on His Hip Ranger song all the time, and sometimes they'll even play the same song repeatedly, like it'll finish and then just go right into it again. I didn't notice that with 3. And also, there are weird glitches and bugs in this game, which I find incredibly hard to believe, being that it is so similar to 3. It's not like it's so much vastly different that there's going to be problems or anything really crazy new. But, you know, like, specifically, you know the view is like, you know, you have the gun out in front of you, and lots of times your character's arms will just, oh, I bumped everything, sorry. Sometimes your arms will just, like, come down from the top of the screen at really weird interval. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, maybe I got a weird copy of the game. But I'm finding a lot of, like, funky little glitches in the game. Nothing serious yet, but, again, for a new title, it's like, come on, you know? I don't know. It's been 2 years since Fallout 3, and I really wanted something different. And so far, I haven't seen anything different. Now, you may say, oh, well, Dave, this is, you know, it's New Vegas, it's casinos and stuff. It's different than the Capital Wasteland. It's, you know, the Mojave Desert. And you're right. But, you know, the area was featured prominently in Fallout 2. So really the whole casino thing, I've seen it before. I mean, not in this scope, obviously, 360, but as far as the setting with the casinos and all that crap, it's you know, New Reno is featured heavily in Fallout 2. You spend a lot of time there. So, for me, there's not too much new stuff for New Vegas. Now, I'm not going to go so far as to say I regret my purchase, because Fallout's fun. I mean, it is pretty much the same as Fallout 3. As far as the gameplay, some new tweaks here and there, and weapons and all that stuff. So if you like Fallout 3, you're gonna like New Vegas. But I just wanted more. You know, as far as the presentation, as far as the way it looks, I wanted them to address some of the graphical issues. Because honestly, it's the only problem I had with Fallout 3. Or one of the only problems I had with Fallout 3. I love that the geckos are back and the way they run. When you see a gecko for the first time, and when you see how it runs at you, prepare to be completely and utterly just swept off your feet. You will swoon. It is so cute. The geckos are so cute the way they run. But anyway, yeah. So far, New Vegas. Oh man, I was worried it would be like this. I was worried it would seem just like an expansion pack rather than a sequel, and that seems to be the trend with games. You know, I don't know what it is. But, I mean, I'm not big into Halo, but for me, all the Halo games look the same. They just all look the same to me. And I don't know, maybe that's how games are nowadays. I'm not sure. But New Vegas, yeah, those are my first impression, my first thoughts. So, you know, I'll definitely do a more in-depth review after I play more. But that's just how I feel right now after about 10 hours of play. So, yeah. Again, if you like Fallout 3... I'm sure you'll like it, but don't expect too much difference, because I didn't see any. I mean, I'd love to hear what you guys think if you've got it. So yeah, there you go.